Alright, so, yep, crawling through a cave here, and sadly the stabilizer has died already. Haven't used it at all today, so that's a big bummer. So my footage is going to be pretty shaky.
Was that?
Yeah, it's Prince Albert.
What's that?
We just came from up there. And working our way down this stope cave thing. The stalls here, kind of neat. You can see the scale, and it really opens up back behind him there.
Over here, trying to get some more cool artifacts. There's a Prince Albert can quite a way as well. So we're just continuing to drop down through here, there, and right there. Just the three of us. To the guy in the cowboy hat on the horse or the burro. Bay or Aspen. You can actually see, hopefully, there we go. It'll focus. You can see the Bayer logo on the side of the bottle. So we're gonna get the rope attached or anchored here to something and drop down there and pick up somewhere.
Noticed a Prince Albert tin here, and this is an aspirin bottle. Says the Bayer Company, Bayer Co. Inc. And then the top also says Bayer. Kind of hard to see, it's reflecting so much. That's pretty cool. Never seen something like that before. Over here we noticed a cowboy riding a horse. Some other words there. And this is kind of looking up back where we came. See all the stalls and whatnot.
It drops into a stope.
Okay. Well, this is gonna head the same place we're going.
Yeah.
right, we have come from up there. We're in this stope now. See those massive stalls in there. And we are on the 500 level. So, it continues off this way. And we're going to follow it. See what we can find. Again, apologize for the shaky camera. I really couldn't do anything about it. The stabilizer just died on me. Got an ore pass there. We got some 1920, looks like 1920, October 9th, 1920, January 4th, 1938. We're under the impression that a survey crew came in here in 1938 because there's a lot of graffiti from then. And this mine was not in operation in 1938, so we're assuming it was a survey crew. And they've ripped up the rails in this level. Got a lot of bad ground in here too, as you can see. We got 519 drift. That way it's backfilled. And we have a main haulage continues that way. Pretty interesting. A lot of limonite in there. That is an iron oxide. Often associated with ore-bearing rock. You can see we're on a fault here. There's a hanging wall. This is probably the same hanging wall we saw on the 400 level that has the flowstone running down it. This is the first intact timber sets we've seen. All the other ones have been rotted out. There's some real old school timbering in here. I haven't seen timbering like this in a while. The lagging, unmilled timber. Kinda cool. I'll make my way through this. This is super muddy. We've already actually done this, so I kinda know what to expect, but I'm filming now. But this is really muddy, so I'm gonna turn the camera off for a second. Alright, just made our way through that muddy area. We're in another bad ground zone. And we've made it to where we did yesterday. Now this, you can get on top of this, but you cannot get back down. So we've looked at this very closely, and it is the end of the line. So there's this over here. Anyways, we're gonna head down to the next level, which is only like 20 feet down. It's actually the 200 level of a different mine, but it is referenced from a different point, so it is near the 500 level of this mine. So we're gonna work our way down there and check out those drifts. We have a question mark here, right next to this horrible looking boulder. Wow. Yeah, if you ever see something like this in a mine, that is atrocious ground. None of that is like, I mean, it's all just fragmented and not secured really at all. It's just wedged together. Yeah, that's really bad. Alright, we just came from that way. We had to crawl over some collapses at the bottom of that cave slash stope. And we're now on the 200 level. Well, maybe we're on the 200 level of another mine. I will call this the 200B to distinguish the two. It is important to know that they are different mines though. However, I did see this, and it says 502B, which indicates to me that we might still be on this, in the same mine, the Union mine. That's a pretty cool sign though. Put a lot of effort into that. We're at a three-way junction right here, so we have the drift going off that way, and then we got a drift going off to the left. And there's a couple interesting things right here. First of all, they have a coffee pot here, and someone else noticed that there are a bunch of floating bugs in there. Considering we're 500 feet down, we believe those bugs might be in the realm of 100 years old, and they probably came down here via the shaft, which is now caved. So I don't know how they would have gotten down here in the present time. So that's a bunch of old bugs in there. We got some miscellaneous stuff, nothing interesting really in there. That looks like it goes down, actually it's backfilled or something. And then it's the drift. Some big stalls here, 12 by 12s. And then the final interesting thing in this area is this metal cauldron. And they're using it for water collection. They discovered that water regularly drips at this location, so they put this to collect the water. So we're following right-hand rule in here because it's a really complex level, and we're going to go off this way first and see what we can find. That's funny. Ma, he's kissing me. Interesting. There's a Wrigley's Double Mint Gum packet, or wrapper right there. Pretty old. Got a small pocket carved there. Ooh, look at that. That's cool. Big wrench. That's like 3 feet tall. Drift continues. There's a Prince Albert tin. I'm sure y'all are sick of those by now. Looks like we have a slight collapse here. Wow. is nasty. Wow. All right, we'll make our way over this. Yeah, we've emerged into this large cave, which will be a theme for today. And it goes down a ways, probably 30, 40 feet.
Might be a drift level down there too.
Yeah, there might be a, hopefully there's a drift down there. That's what we're hearing. And there's might be something up there too. Yep.
There's a pit right there.
Yeah, yeah. Or past probably there. Yep, and then we came from over here. You can remember this collapsed area. And this slab is pretty... I don't think this came from the ceiling, but it looks kind of menacing. But big chamber here, pretty cool. And then up here, they have a caricature of someone. That's pretty funny. Big cave. We're going to continue this way along this drift. I think it's 200 level or 200B level. We got a ore pass there. Coming down from probably the 5 or the 4 above us. Some gobbing. 37.
Big.
We got a Catherine. Alright, we're still on the 200B level. Crawled through a bunch of collapse that way. So, actually as background, we went to the left of where we found the coffee pot and cauldron. So we're down that left side, and there's, again, a bunch of collapses in the way that I couldn't film, but coming into a more open area so I can pull the camera out. We have a cave and or stope passing down there, and we're standing on a bunch of waste material, it looks like. That does continue a little bit up there. And then turning around, we do have a drift level. And you got some big timbers there. And it looks like they were using those for hoisting. At least that's what I think. Because I don't really see much of a point of having those there otherwise. I don't know where the hoist would have been though. So I'm not sure. But they don't look like, I mean, they're not doing anything in terms of keeping the back up or anything. So I don't know. We got this ore pass looking thing, which is again what I think was maybe things are being hoisted up and down this. But again, not entirely sure. And the drift does continue off this way into some more bad ground, which we are just thrilled about. And we have a junction here with a slick plate, skid plate. There's a Prince Albert tin right there. You've seen plenty of those by now. And there's a collapse right there where he's standing. Then we got this cave. That one's pretty big as well. A lot of limonite by the look of it. And a little sign made out of a piece of a dynamite box with an arrow pointing this way. I don't think you can see it in the camera, but
Awesome.
there's an arrow this way.
Is it better to go up and around or go through that hole right there? Okay, give me a second.
We'll squeeze down here. Take a look at this cave. This one goes way up. See that, hopefully. Yeah. got stalls in here too. We haven't climbed up this yet. Over here they got a big wall of gobbing. And there's some interesting formations and whatnot above us. Let's go see what they're doing over here. See if we can go past this collapse or not. Looks like yes.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Was that? He's right behind me.
Wow, that looks really fun. So now maybe you guys can see why I don't film all the time in the mines. Imagine trying to film while doing that. Wow, look at that.
When we go out, it might be easier to go. I think this connects us right here. Probably easier to go around that way. But this is